Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be my very late Roulette Pan collab finale. I did cease using these products on January 15th, but Emily's behind on her filming schedule. I feel like we all know this now. I did skip the last update because it was less than a week after I moved, and I didn't even know where the products were, and I also didn't really use the products all that much. I did try and pick up the slack a tiny bit in January, but with all of my new projects starting, these were less of a priority because I just knew that I wouldn't be able to finish anything. So I'm kind of disappointed with this progress, but I will be very excited to participate in the next round, whenever that is. It's for round 9, I believe. So I will be participating in that and hope to do much better. All that being said, I did actually finish one product and I have misplaced it. I think it must be in here. This is my new empties bin, I think. Well, we'll see if things start leaking in here because I actually like this bin and hope to maybe put a house plant in it. Anyways, found it. This was for a product that has faulty packaging or packaging you don't like or something like that, broken packaging, I don't remember. I don't have my prompts here with me because I also don't know where my YouTube notebook is. But this was the Urban Decay Original Eyeshadow Primer in a little pod, and I actually did depot this into a little glass jar container and was able to use up more than half of it before it dried out on me, which I think is pretty good considering that even if it were in this pack, I think it lasted longer being in a sealed jar than it would have been in a tear-off pack like this. There is a surprising amount of product in here. I think I used this 12 times and there was still quite a lot of product left when it had dried out. So it did last quite a long time. The Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion is one of my favorite eyeshadow primers, so I'm happy that I reduced my inventory numbers by 1, but now I have less than exciting progress on everything that is left. First up, for something you're afraid to pan, I remember what this one is. Kathleen Light's Miami Fever. I'm afraid to pan liquid lipsticks. I feel like I'm never ever going to completely finish a full size. Knowing I wouldn't finish this, I just wanted to get as much use out of it as possible before it expires. It's already starting to get a bit thicker and dried out. I only used this 5 times in this whole project. Like, I'm honestly so disappointed in myself. This is one of my favorite shades to wear in the fall, but say it with me, I did not wear makeup enough in 2020. So 5 uses on this. Next was from a Green or Clean brand, I believe, and I chose the First Aid Beauty Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. First Aid Beauty is considered no longer cruelty-free, so I am trying to work them out of my collection. I'm on a journey to be cruelty-free through panning, and I used this 15 times in this project and I cannot make a new line at all. I don't know if product just sticks to the walls. I feel like I use a good amount of this to cover my entire face whenever I use it. It's a very hydrating and kind of like shimmery luminous primer. And I have stored it upright this entire time and I cannot make a new line, which doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. I think this was something a YouTuber recommended or a YouTuber favorite, something like that, was the ColourPop No Filter Foundation. I bought this on Samantha March's recommendation years ago. It's not a favorite foundation of hers now, but it was at the time when I bought it. And I used this 16 times in this project. I was able to make a new line in my second update, and since then I cannot make a new line again despite using it 6 additional times since I made that mark. Alright, 2 more products to update you on really quickly. For a product I have a hard time pronouncing, I chose this Laga Cloud Lips lipstick in the shade Storm. It was a super deep berry shade. I definitely thought I would get more use out of this lipstick in the winter than I did. My goal was to use this 10 times and I used it 2. I could maybe bump that up to 5 if I counted like reapplications or something, but I only wore this lipstick 2 days since I rolled it in at some point through this project. And then I can't remember what the last prompt or category was that I pulled, but I know I put in my Bare Minerals Marvelous Moxie Gloss in the shade Trailblazer. My reasoning for having so many lip products in this project was that I don't like layering liquid lipsticks on once they wear off through the day unless I actually like remove it, and it's just a whole ordeal. So my lips don't get like all cakey and dried out and nasty. So this is kind of like an orangey peach gloss. So my thinking was like, oh, when I wear Miami Fever and then halfway through the day or after lunch or whatever, I'm kind of feeling like I need a touch up, I'll apply this gloss on top instead because it's still kind of that like orangey tone and will be more comfortable and look better than applying more liquid lipstick. All that's to say is I only used this 2 times since I rolled it in my last update. So as you can see, this project was not successful for me, as most of my 2020 projects were not. I'm not beating myself up about it because I think I've said this in every project panning video this year so far, that 2021 is going to be an amazing panning year. I'm filming this after my deck of panning project has started, and I've been binge watching those videos all day, and I'm just feeling so motivated and happy about my panning this year. I was successful in using up 5 products in this project, which I do feel really good about. I always, on rolling projects like this, I always like to at least roll in, or like, yeah, roll in the same number of products as what we start out with. So like ideally I would have liked to at least used up 6 products because this is a 6 product project pan. But I also need to remember that this project is only 4 months long, which is quite short for a slow panner like myself, but I just enjoy participating. I feel like this project that Rebecca and Alexi has created has such a good community standing behind it, and everyone is so supportive and it's just fun. So yeah, even though it wasn't all that successful compared to many others, I do have to remember, like now that I'm actually looking at my tally sheet and not just at the products that I have in my little bin, I did use up 5 products. So that's all right. That's everything for this project pan finale. I can now focus on all of my project pans that have started this year that I'm really excited about. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up so that I know, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.